tonight, and also Thiruparankundram. So I feel very blessed, but I also feel very excited to share these places. If you've never been there, and we get to go there with Manikandan and Venkatesh. You know, we've shared Venkatesh a few times on our social media feed. He's an amazing sadhu. I know that Venkatesh recently got back from a pilgrimage. He's always on pilgrimage, but he got to go up to Kailash and to do the parikrama, the circumambulation of Mount Kailash, which is a life goal for me. I don't know if I'll ever accomplish it with what's going on. But he's going after this. I'm sorry, he's going after this virtual pilgrimage. He'll be doing the parikrama at Kailash. That's right, which is still very fortunate. It's definitely a dream of mine and many, I'm sure. Although the Chinese government has made it difficult for foreigners to go up there these days. But Venkatesh will be one of our guides today as we go around Madurai. So I really am so grateful for Venkatesh. He has helped us so much, constantly, since he joined our pilgrimage efforts to bring a pilgrimage to the West. And so this is really the first milestone where we're actually starting to bring the pilgrimage culture that's in Bharat to the West. And so hopefully one day we'll actually, in the not too distant future, manifest a physical version of this where we bring the select sadhus over for a pilgrimage to America. But we're very fortunate to have him with us today, and Konar Mani, of course. And so I think we're ready to get started. I want to introduce Jyoti Ma for those of you who don't know her, although some of you already do, I'm sure. So I'll introduce Jyoti Ma. You know, Jyoti Ma has spent several decades devoting herself to the wisdom and enlightenment traditions of East and West. And our nonprofit is focused on preserving those wisdom traditions. So she has had the merit through her sadhana to connect with several true masters, including Master Hari Baba of the Himalayas, as well as other masters that are unknown in the Western Enlightenment tradition, or perhaps more mysterious. But today we're focusing on her work in the Indian wisdom traditions, and our lineage as it goes from Sri Tirumular and Sri Hari Baba, and then to Jyoti Ma. Jyoti Ma was able to travel to the Himalayas in 2012 with her Siddha master, Hari Baba, and spent time in a cave with him, receiving initiation into the lineage of Sri Tirumular. And that really was the genesis of what we're doing here today, because it was Sri Hari Baba that asked her to begin the work of bringing the pilgrimage to the West, as we've been working diligently over the last several years. So I personally am very honored to be studying directly with Jyoti Ma. I really put so much effort into finding a genuine, sincere, and true teacher like her. And even though she is fair-skinned, she is a living treasure, as good as you'll find anywhere amongst living treasures in the traditions of enlightenment. So I'll have Jyoti Ma join us now. Here she is.
Brahma. Lovely to see everyone. Welcome to the virtual pilgrimage. Thank you for that nice introduction there, Brahma. It's very sweet. We can see Mani there. He's walking toward the temple. He's going to meet up with Venkatesh. Oh, he's just met with Venkatesh. Let's join him. Mani, why don't you unmute your sound now?
Yeah.
Hello, Mani.
Yes, Jodima.
We're live with all of our guests, and we're so happy to see you and Venkatesh.
No. So, okay.
I don't know what's happening with the sound.
Shall I off my sound?
No, you should turn it down. Turn their volume down on my side.
Right?
Sounds like they're
Oh,
doing something.
is someone chanting?
Yeah. There's a loudspeaker with a.
I don't know what's happening there, Manny. Are we listening to someone chanting at the temple?
Yes, we are.
Is it a sound problem, Prema?
No, they're outside the temple, so we're hearing one of those temple calls over the loudspeaker with the chant, as we know. Many of us probably know well.
Mani, tell us where you are.
Right. Wow, so, Sri Hari Baba Yatra groups, good to see all of us. So, we are going to visiting one of the famous temple in South India, one of the huge 15-acre square big size of Shri Meenakshi Temple. So, those are Shri Meenakshi Temple. They have 5 entrances around the temple: south, west, north, and east. The east have a 2 entrance. So east is one is for the Meenakshi, the entrance for the eastern side, and one is for the Shiva, the other entrance. So that's what people call east have a main entrance, 2 entrance. So there are 14 towers around the temple, south, west, north, east, one of the tallest Kopuram. So on the middle, they have a 10 Kopurams. So altogether, there are 14 Kopurams around the temple. And each and every Kopuram was, we call the Kopurams, we are not called the towers. So those are the Kopurams built by different centuries. One of the main centrum where is Shri Meenakshi stays, that's one of the oldest part, more than 3,500 years oldest part. And she was carving by green emerald stone, just one piece of green emerald stone. That's very important one is here with the Shri Meenakshi temple. And each and every Kopurams was built by 16th centuries, 14th centuries, 13th centuries. So they was all built by different Nayakas, different kings was built in this temple. And you see the Kopurams now, I will show you the Kopurams. So you can look at the Kopurams around here.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I miss the Meenakshi Temple so much. It's a really powerful place. Can you show all the way to the top? Yeah, show us the top of the tower too. Every one of these gopurams has multiple carvings. Many different murtis of deities and guardians are carved into that temple.
So those are the Kopurams. It's made out of by the stucco. And every figures on the Kopurams in there made out of by the 5 metal of the copper wire works. Then they use it egg and sugar cane and the plaster is called stuc. So it's all done by hand. You can see the Kopurams around here. And this is the eastern side, right? These are the eastern Kopuram. And they have 152 feet and they have 1,113 figures. All those are god and goddess. Meenakshi, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Ganesha, Muruga, those are the statues are here. So now same, we see the opposite of the Kopuram on the eastern side. So this is called the Pudu Mantapa. Those are the places called the Pudu Mantapa, where when Meenakshi, she get the timing of the period times, So they don't keep the statue of the Meenakshi inside. They have a copy. They don't take the other statue or one of the green emerald one. They have a copy of the Meenakshi 5 metal statue. They brought her to here and they used to keep for 10 days on this Pudu Mantapa. So they used to do the puja to keep the clean for her. When she throw the karma of the bad 10 days of the period times, then they're going to take into the main centrum to the Meenakshi back. So this place is called Pudu Mantapa, one of the oldest part. 16th century was built. You can see that. Those are carving by the stones. So now we're going to see the other statue of the inside. So those are the statues, two of them here. Bottom, the Brahma. On the top, Meenakshi and Shiva, we call Suntareshwara. And those are the figures. You can see the length of Pudu Mantapa, where Meenakshi is going to stay for 10 days when she get a period times. So now we're going to see the Kopurams, right?
Yes, let's see it.
Because now the sunlight is good. That's why we come to the east side. Otherwise, you can't see the Kopurams. Kopuram. Did you see, ma'am? So we're going to see other entrance of the Meenakshi in a moment. So that's one we see the Kopurams. That's for the Shiva, the entrance for the Shiva. Now we are going to visiting the entrance of Meenakshi. So we are going to visiting the next entrance.
So all along here on the right, you can see the temple, and the temple takes up a large amount of space in the middle of the city. You can walk around it, you know, it doesn't take a long time, but it's a very large temple complex with multiple gates. And yeah, this is a very beautiful entranceway here. Mani, can you stop right there and zoom
Yeah.
in on the top there?
Yes, Rima.
Yeah, if you,
You can see the east side, okay? These
yeah,
are the east side.
east side. And look at all of those
That's it.
deities in the middle. In the center, can you zoom in on those murtis up there?
You see that?
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Those are the pictures of the wedding of Meenakshi. In the middle, the statue of the green, she's the Meenakshi. On the right side, that's a Shiva. On the left side, that's a Vishnu. So that's a picture of the wedding picture,
Yeah,
the
so
wedding
that
of Meenakshi marriage.
the goddess is always depicted in green, dark green, because her statue is carved out of one solid block of emerald.
And you can see on the right side, the Muruga.
Murugan, Sri Skanda, we call him the Satguru of the Siddhas. Sri Skanda, Murugan, the son of Shiva, who became the guru of Shiva himself.
And also you can see on the other side, the Ganesha, his brother.
Oh, look at the inside. Yeah, there's also Ganesha, older son.
Yeah. So you can see the Ganesha over here.
Yeah. Can we take a look at that ceiling in the entryway there? If you just
Yeah, because at the moment there are
cups. Yeah, we have to keep in mind that the temples of India, they're very protective and they don't allow you to videotape inside. So we're very fortunate that we can just see this entryway and all of the beautiful art on the ceiling. Thank you, Mani.
So those are the entrance by the eastern side, the entrance for the Parvati. So in the North India, those are people they call Parvati, and we are calling in South India Shri Meenakshi. Meenakshi, it means fish eye. She always gives a blessing to the people by fish eye. So those are other temples. You can see the blessing by hand, but here she always blessed by the people by eyes. That's why we call Shri Meenakshi. So those are the Aktasakti Mantapa. There is 8 different Lakshmis around here. 4 of on the right side and 4 of on the left side. You can see on there. Do you see Jodhima?
Yes, I see it. What? Tell us what they are again. There are 4 of
They
each.
are called Aktasakti Mantapa. Aktasakti means she's out of 8 different forms. The Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, Akshalakshmi, Varnalakshmi. Those are different forms.
Very nice.
You see that? So now we're going to walk to the south gate.
Okay, let's
So one
walk
of the
to the south gate.
and that's one of the tallest. Yeah.
I want to say I can very easily imagine all of us walking in a group in a pilgrimage around the temple, circumambulating it from east to west and west to east. And this is what we would do in Madurai. And it's a very beautiful place where the temple is. There's large trees and the sky in Madurai looks so beautiful today.
So we're going to look at one of the tallest kopurams. That's called to the south. They have a 160 feet tallest, and they have 1,511 statues are there. That's one of the tallest, the south gate. So we're going to see the beautiful south kopurams at the moment.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, also is with me the
Also,
Venkatesh
Venkatesh
also.
is with us. He walks a Patha Yatra everywhere. So it's nice to have him leading us on this holy journey that we're taking today. Oh, thank you, Venkatesh. It's very good to see you. When you get to the south gate and we take a look at it, I want to ask Venkatesh to tell us about Parvati. I'm
Right.
very interested to hear what he has to say about her and worship of her. So yes, it's very beautiful.
These are all the walls around the temples.
These are the walls of the temple. You can see the guardian up there.
Yeah. So they have the colors. They have a white and a red. So the colors of red and white, the whites go to the Shiva for the purity, the red is go for the Parvati for the prosperity. So those are colors showing to the people life and death. When people have a life, they're running the red blood on them. When they die, they'll be coming with the hash powder. So that's what the symbol showing on the wall, red and white. You can see the colors.
Right. Thank you for explaining that, Mani.
Yeah. See the white and red. So white for the purity, for the Shiva, red is for the prosperity, for the Parvati.
Very nice.
So now we're going to see the beautiful, tallest South Kopurams, South Tower, one of the biggest tower, tallest.
Oh, it's lovely.
So now you can see the South Tower, 160 feet tallest, 1,511 statues are here. Brahma, Vishnu, Ganesha, dancing Shiva, Sadhu, Yogi. Those are all god and goddess, also including Kali, also she's in here. And those are the Shiva and Meenakshi, they're sitting on the bull.
Oh, nice.
That's their vehicle. Do you see that Kopurams now?
Yes, we see it. That's amazing.
So that's the South Gopurams.
Wow, look at all of that carving on there. So beautiful.
So the bottom, they're all construction by the stone. On the rest of all the statues, construction by the stucco. And they used to do every 12 years once. They make the huge festivals. So at the moment, the eastern gate was recently fired, so they didn't make the ceremony. Otherwise, they used to do the repaint every 12 years. So they're not yet do any repaint now.
Very nice, Mani.
Yeah, you can see all those are the statues on the top. She's the Kali on the corner, on the first line. And see the next one, dancing Shiva. Then you see all the way down there,
I see it. You might, could you
sitting on the bull.
can you zoom in a little bit more?
Yeah,
Oh yes, I see it.
you see that? Kali, she's dancing on the demon.
Yeah.
And always you can see the next line, dancing Shiva. And if you see top on the bull with the many arms, the many hands, that's called a Hadi Virabhudra. Agorabhutra, Hadi Virabhudras, they say.
Very nice.
So that is on the entrance, what they call Tajna Murti is on the bottom. You see there under the tree with the
Yeah.
meditation.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Yeah, that's Tajna Murti. On the right side, where is they sitting on the parrot, the green parrot. One of the favorite animals for the Parvati, green parrot.
Yeah,
You see that?
I see him.
Yeah.
You see him. The Siddhas are very rooted in Tamil Nadu. One of the reasons that we went to Tamil Nadu to look for sadhus is because you find purity of practice among the sadhus there that's becoming lost in other places just by the vibration of the presence of the, for centuries, of the Siddha masters and Siddha practitioners. All of those symbols are very connected to their field of practice as well.
So that's one of the South Gopurams. There are 4 tallest Gopuram like this, south, west, north, east. In the middle on the temple, they have other 10 entrance, which is the shortest one. So altogether, there are 14 towers around the temples. So that's the entrance by the south gate. You can see there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, on the other side. So there's a total of 14 Gopurams. 14
Gopurams around the temple. Yeah.
towers all the way around.
So you can see the south gate.
Yes, I see.
The entrance by the south.
Very good.
And also you can see the.
You see that man was carrying a wreath with pink flowers. That's for a puja to offer to Parvati inside of the temple.
See that?
Oh yes, I see the.
You see the Gopurams?
Yes, Mani, that's very nice. Is she sitting on the ball?
Yeah, those are the sitting on the bull, Meenakshi and Shiva.
Meenakshi and Shiva
They're sitting on the bull. They are the using always the Nandi,
on Nandi.
Nandi vehicles,
Yeah,
Nandi. Yeah.
very nice.
So now we're going to walk around to the west side. So we was start by the eastern side, two entrance, one for Meenakshi, one for Shiva. And now we see the entrance for the Ganesha, the south entrance,
Oh, the Ganesh.
because one of the
Okay.
hugest stone carving statues middle on the temple, carving by 7 feet tallest, one piece of stone. So that's the entrance always blessed for the Ganesh. So now we're going to visit to the western side, other Kopurams, 156 feet, and they have 1,126 statues are there. And those are south gate. We saw that. That's 160 feet and 1,511 statues. So now we are going to walk slowly to the west side, because why we start by the eastern side, because the sunrise is good from the start by eastern side. So those are our yatras, Sri Hari Baba yatras. They can see very clearly the kopurams and also the colors of the kopurams. That's why we start by the eastern side. So now we're going to see the western side, how is the kopurams looks. I don't think it's getting more clear because sun is on the wrong side. Still we can see the west side, the kopurams.
Okay. Yes, it's early morning there, so the eastern side has all the light, but we can see you and Venkatesh there walking down the main street. Oh, Sabri is with you.
Yeah, Sabar is with me. He says, you just take me also outside. I never been outside since long time in lockdown.
Nice.
So I say, okay, come with me, just we can walk around.
He's making the pilgrimage with us. Sabri is Mani's little boy, and he's very dear. I'm so happy that you're with us, Sabri.
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கும் உன்னை பார்த்ததுல.
Okay. So
Sabari says thanks, Jodima.
I heard him. Very nice. It's good to see children
see all the
pilgrimage. Yeah, we don't do yatra too much in the North America, but we're changing that with the Enlightened Life pilgrimage. And I also have the kiel to start leading some yatras over here. But it's really nice to be able to be in this energy field of this amazing city, Madurai, not just for the Meenakshi Temple, but for so many.
Those are the sadhus
temples.
from here.
There's a nice sadhu. Hello, Mr. Sadhu.
Yeah, he's sitting around the temple. So he just used to be stay all the times around the Meenakshi Temple.
But it was actually, it was also outside of the Meenakshi Temple where we first met Venkatesh and Balasubramanian.
Yes.
Another one of our
Jodima.
sadhus. Yeah, I'm just letting our guests know. There are many, many sadhus in Madurai because it is a pilgrimage town. And there's different times of the year, you know, when they have festivals, when so many sadhus will come to Madurai. And they travel the whole length of India, like our beloved sadhu here, Venkatesh. He goes on yatra from Madurai all the way to the coast of the southern coast of India. He goes all the way up to Mount Kailash, which is in the edge of China, north of Nepal. And so being able to get the feeling like we're walking this holy land is really nice. Venkatesh is about to go off on a long pilgrimage as well. Oh, we must be passing a noisy area. There's a lot of noisy areas in India. Those of you that have been there, I'm sure you are aware of that. There's often all kinds of sounds of traffic and people and markets, and the day is just getting started there in Madurai. The children are having breakfast. Mani, we lost your sound. How do I ask you to unmute it? Are you just in this loud area at the moment? Now it's just like we're on the streets of Madurai and we're meeting all these people. Everyone give them a wave, because they all really enjoy meeting people, and we really enjoy meeting people when we're in Madurai too. They're all in proximity to the temple. I don't know why Mani needs to unmute. Mani, you're on mute. You need to unmute your sound, please.
Hello.
Oh, June, did you want to say something?
Well, I had a little sign that said host wants you to unmute, so I'm just excited to be here.
I just thought we'd let everybody say something, and
This is great.
it's nice to have you here. I'm going to put you back on mute.
It's wonderful to be here. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll give everybody the option to say something if you want to say something for a minute, and just tune in. Let us know you're with us on the pilgrimage. We're really happy to have you with us. You don't have to respond to the ask to unmute if you don't want to unmute, but just to give you a chance to maybe give your voice to our mutual pilgrimage.
Well, hello all. My name is Kate Roberts. I'm coming to you from California this evening. I was really enjoying it in speaker view. I don't know if you saw what I put in chat, but if you could just make some noise and get him up on the speaker again, it was so much better in 8x10, 2x2.
Yes, of course. But
yeah,
I think he's
fascinated by the pilgrimage. Fascinated by the pilgrimage.
Oh, I'm so glad you're with us. It's nice to meet you. Let's see, who else? We're asking you to unmute, but you don't have to accept that offer. But if you want to, you can say hello.
My name is Prem Dara. Greetings, everybody. Can you hear me?
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma. I'm grateful to enjoy this opportunity with you all. I'm looking forward to going to India. I've lived in India in my consciousness my whole life, 57 years, but haven't been there yet, and I will. But this is kind of cool to be able to do it like this.
Yes, you're there now, and you can be in India in your heart anytime.
Absolutely.
When you have that connection, I know exactly what you mean. Well, so thank you so much for being with us. It's really nice to meet
Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us all.
Thanks for being with us. Well, go to Randy. If you don't want to unmute, you don't have to. I just want to give everyone a chance.
It's hard to know what to say. It's so precious to be here.
Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you. Nice to see everybody and their interest in such a beautiful thing, since we aren't able to go there right now.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us on this virtual journey. And I think we're getting closer to the Western Gate, but thank you so much, Randy, for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's see if I missed anyone. Oh, there's a
Are
few
the,
more
are the
people.
sadhus are the sadhus at this temple generally practicing a similar path? Shaivism, what is it? Vedanta, what is it that these sadhus in this general vicinity practice?
That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked it. And that's one of the things that I was going to have Venkatesh talk about in a minute. But I will say that the predominant worship in this area is Shiva and Parvati. So most of our sadhus are Shivites. We do have Siddha sadhus. Siddha sadhus worship Shiva, Parvati, which they call Adi Shakti, and Murugan, Lord Murugan, Sri Skanda, the son of Shiva. He's worshipped widely all over Tamil Nadu. They also, of course, everywhere worship Ganesha. And then they have some Kali temples as well. You find a variety of focus among the sadhus, at least the ones we have on the pilgrimage so far. But Shivites are definitely the dominant sect in Tamil Nadu.
How far is that from Bengal?
Oh, it's quite a ways. It's like, yeah. Bengal is in northern India. And it's quite a ways north. Like, Bengal is far north of Delhi, and hold on, we're trying to work with Mani's video. Oh, he's there. Looks like he's at the Western Gate. Yeah, so Bengal is far north of Delhi, going up toward Sikkim, which is the farthest north country in India. And Tamil Nadu goes all the way to the southern coast of the Indian Ocean. So it's the furthest south and almost the furthest north for Bengal, Bengal being to the west as well as north. So we're going to go back to Mani now. Let me ask you to unmute. Thanks for the question, and very good question. The Siddhas tend to be very Shivite oriented. So Mani, we need you to go back to turn your sound back on. And here we are at the West Gate.
You see that?
Yes. Tell us about the Western Gopuram, Mani.
Yeah, yes, Jadima. That's where the Western Gate was built by 13th century AD, and they have 156 feet, and they have 1,126 statues are here.
Wow.
And you can watch it there.
Can we see the top of the Gopuram? Can you tip your camera up further? Well, it's still quite tall, but not quite as tall as the southern Gopuram, which is the tallest. I see a lot of similar statues and carvings there depicting events.
Yes.
Mani, can you
Yes, Jodima.
could you tell us the story of Meenakshi?
Yeah.
Tell everyone the story of the goddess Meenakshi.
So one of these
In a quiet.
Meenakshi. Yes, Jodima. I'm looking the place for that. So I'm just getting in the right side.
Okay.
So
That's better.
So the Meenakshi, we call as I told you before, fish eye. That's why we call Meenakshi, because she never used to have. She never used to.
Madurai, right?
Yeah, she's a queen on Madurai. One of the Pandyas, he couldn't have such a long time baby, so he prayed to the Homa, On the evening, there was coming by dream to the Maharaja, the Shiva coming by dream, and they says to the Maharaja, you don't worry about, you don't have a baby, you will get the baby very soon. You just do the homas. So when they do the homa, and she was grow up from the homa, from in, she coming grow up, the Meenakshi. So when she born, she had a 3 brush on she's body. So Maharaja was really shocked. So my daughter have a 3 brush. So how can I going to marry her to get the my grow my generation? So the Shiva says, when she will look at the beautiful man, first man, then she lost she's breast on the middle. So that's the time we call Suntareshwara. That's a beautiful face man of the Shiva, the incarnation. So she saw first man Suntareshwara. Suntareshwara means by face and by body, one of the beautiful shape. So when she looked the Suntareshwara, then she lose the middle one, the breast. And Madurai, Meenakshi, always ruling of Akshi means she's ruling, the queen ruling. But after that, now the Meenakshi, she's ruling. Madurai Meenakshi, Akshi. And that was she's born story. Thirumalai Nayaka daughter. She was queen. So she, one of his Pandya's construction built by the own town, they built this temple for Meenakshi. And from here, they had a palace around 1 kilometer where is Maharaja living palace, Thirumalai Nayaka palace. So that's one of the stories, Jorima. Meenakshi.
Yes. She ended up going to the Himalayas to find her husband. When it was time for the queen to marry, that everyone was saying, oh, she has to, who will she marry? And she said, Shiva is my only lover. Shiva is my only husband. And she walked all the way to the Himalayas. And Shiva came down from the Himalayas out of his meditation cave all the way back to Madurai with her, and they were married there. And she was at that time revealed as the incarnation of Parvati Ma, the consort of Lord Shiva. Mani, I wonder if we could just talk to Venkatesh for a minute. If you could ask
Yes.
a few questions for us.
Yes, Jodima. Yes. Venkatesh.
Is he over at the
Yeah, he's here.
stand?
Breakfast. Yeah. Yeah, he's here, Jodima.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just ask.
wow, that is just
Yeah, Venkatesh is here.
that's a beautiful background right there. Beautiful. So, would you please ask him to tell us about Parvati Ma and the worship of Parvati?
பார்வதி பத்தி சாமி கும்பிடுறோம்ல,
ஆமா.
worshipறோம்ல, அது என்ன எதுக்கு அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
எப்படி?
உள்ள போய் சாமி கும்பிடுறோம்ல பார்வதி அம்மாவை.
ஆமா.
என்ன நன்மைகள் அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
அதாவது மாங்கல்ய பாக்கியம் முதல்ல.
சரி.
அது ஒன்று. இங்க வந்தாலே மாங்கல்ய பாக்கியம்
சரி.
அது கிடைக்கும்.
சரி.
கிடைக்காதவங்களுக்கு கிடைக்க வைப்பாங்க.
சரி.
அது அப்படின்னு ஒரு நம்பிக்கை உண்டு.
சரி.
இந்த தலத்துல. ஆமா. காஞ்சிக்குள்ள இருக்கிற காமாட்சியும் சரி, இந்த இருக்கிற மீனாட்சியும் சரி, இரண்டுமே ஒன்று.
So what's Venkatesh says, Jolima, so those are people who couldn't get married and who couldn't have a child and who had a hill on the body. They come and pray to the Shri Meenakshi, Parvati Amma, So they green emerald stone, the coming on the soul of the people, it make it cure on the body. So that's why they're carving by the green emerald stones. So when they enter to the main sanctum, to the Parvati, so they worship for the wedding and they pray for the babiness, and people heal and cure on the main sanctum place.
முக்கியமா பெண்களுக்கு சந்தோஷம் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய இடம்.
So most important place of this Meenakshi temple give the happiness of for the women only, because those are three main farm in South India: Madurai, Meenakshi, Kanjipuram. They call Kamachi. In Varanasi, they call Vishalachi,
காசி விசாலாட்சி.
Kasi Visalachi. Three main gods of Parvati: Madurai, Meenakshi, Kanji, Kamachi, Kasi Visalachi. And Kasi, people go for the death to get the reborn. And Meenakshi, one of the people come to get the wedding babies and cure on the soul.
So
That's the one more happiness place to give the women's of Madurai Meenakshi temple.
I think it's wonderful that one of the three power points of India is the Meenakshi Devi Temple in Madurai, and that it exists for happiness. That's a wonderful.
So that's what Venkatesh, we asked the Venkatesh. So that is a Venkatesh Gurima.
Okay, thank you, Venkatesh.
So
That was very, very nice and very
சிவாய நமக.
information. So everyone, Venkatesh can see you too if you want to give him a little wave.
yeah. So now we're going to walk to the. I think maybe I'm getting to the car. I'm going to
Yes, I think it's
visiting
time
to
I think it's time to get
one of the
more.
one of the Vishnu temple. Yeah. On the way we're going to see the Vishnu temple. On the way we're going to see the rock temple of Murugan. There is a huge temple of the rock Murugan temple, the first construction in Madurai. So we're
Wow.
going to see in few minutes around to Vishnu temple, then on the
Okay.
way back to the rock temple. So I'm just going to get the car. We're going to sit there. I will show you all the Madurai on the videos,
Oh, nice.
so you can enjoy also. So we are walking to now North Gate. So on the way we are going to the North Gate,
Gate.
and,
It
and
is
look at the
at,
shops around here.
it was at the North Gate that we met Mani.
Yes, yes, Jodima.
That's where we
Yes.
met you. We met you at the North Gate.
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
Meenakshi
The first meeting point was in the North Gate.
Yes.
So you can see from the Kopurams here.
It's very auspicious that we met at the North Gate of the Madurai Temple. Wow, look at the Gopuram, everyone. That is just so beautiful. We're so blessed to get the darshan of this holy temple. And, I hope that you all will take a moment to call Parvati Ma into your hearts and meditate on her divine presence. She brings all abundance. She's the goddess of prosperity. She's the root goddess of all the other forms of the goddess. And here it's also the reigning queen, the ruler of the great and ancient city of Madurai, ruled by a goddess queen. What a special place. Very, very special.
Now we're going to see the north side, and that's what the people says, the Kopurams, bowl Kopuram, the bowl, because there was construction by 3 times the Kopurams, but it doesn't stay there, because on the bottom they have other protecting god, that's called Munishwarar. So he's protecting all around the demons. So people didn't look out who's on the down. stays. Why it's always falling down? So then yogis and the people of the, how we called the farm leaders. So because mostly when people get the wedding, or if they're going to be construction by house, or if they're going to be built by temples, first they're looking about the astrologies, so how it's work. So is the right place to do the married, or is the right place to get the build a house, this right place to build to the temple. So they look first the planets of the astrologies. So there was built by 3 times the North Gopuram, but it doesn't stay there. It's falling down, it's falling down, it's falling down. Then the church out and they say already there is a protecting God is called Munishwarar. So better if you need to stay the Gopurams stones. So you should not keep any figures on the Gopurams. Just make the designing on the pillars. So that will be, after that it was stays on the North Gopuram. So we are going to visiting on the North Gopuram. I'm going to show you the north side.
Okay.
Just a moment.
Right.
Yeah, we are going to nearby.
Back
So
to the scene,
that's
the place where we met Mani and the place where we met the very first sadhus that would join the pilgrimage to North America. And it's a very, the whole area of the temple is very amazing and very sacred. And there's every kind of puja shop and places you can buy holy offerings and all kinds of beautiful statues. The whole city is very holy, but as you might imagine, right around the temple area is just incredibly high vibration and very special place. So the north side.
so that's the north side.
Can you lower the camera a little bit? We can see the entrance also. So we get
Yes, Jyotima.
so we can feel like we're walking on the street there. That's how high above our heads these towers would be.
This was, I'm going to the other side because sun is on the eastern side. I'm in the west side. So I will go turn on the cameras from the eastern side. Right. So that's how, those are the one of the goddess which I told you, the protecting of the Munishwara temple.
Oh yeah.
This was the first construction or before the Gopurams. So after that, they didn't keep any figures on the top on the Gopurams. So then was the Gopuram stays long times. That's what's called bowl Gopurams, like
Yes.
egg safe.
I want
So
to
because you can see,
just to restate what Mani was saying. The temple was built 3 different times because it was destroyed by various warring factions and invaders. And so that's what he's showing us there on the foundation, those original guardians from the very first temples that were built there, that was built in the center.
that was
Here comes Venkatesh.
yeah, is here. So you can see the temple on the bottom. That's one of the Munishwara temple.
Oh, oh yes.
That's one of the northern side. And if you see the North Gopurams, you can see there is no figures on there, but there are 404 statues there, just protecting of Meenakshi and Shiva. They didn't keep any other statues are there. And that's 152 feet tallest. And I will show you from the eastern side. You can see more clear.
Okay.
So now you can see from the northern side.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So amazing. Very nice, Mani.
Yeah, and that's one of the northern side.
Amazing.
And recently there was a lockdown time. Just 3 days ago, they opened the entrance by the north and west. It was just recently opened since 3 days. Before
Oh,
was closed. And that's a place where the people leave the shoes on here and they
yes.
keep the mobiles and the checking down. They enter to the northern side, and that's the entrance around here.
Yes. That's the entrance to the temple, and they're very strict about going in the temple. You have to take your shoes and check them in the shoe, and then
And those are the
they have
things are not allowed. You see the things here: mobiles, battery,
right,
cigarettes,
all
videos.
the forbidden items that you can't take inside, which includes the video and cell phones. But when you go inside, it is such a amazing
And
vibration.
that's a security. The tight securities are here.
Yeah, they have good security at all of the temples too, which is a very important thing.
So that's the entrance. Before you enter inside, you have all you left your stuff like this. Things are around outside the temple. Then they enter by the securities here. Then they enter to the north side. So we're going to see the entrance by the north side. I think possible maybe I can show you the entrance because there are some cuffs there. I don't think they let them to some other sides. People are sometimes more comfortable, sometimes a little bit stick. So I will try to get the north side.
Yes, I know.
Entrance.
They're very strict, you know, they're very strict in that way about the, you know, going into a temple and the security in the temples.
So that's an entrance by the north side. You see the north side?
Yes, I do.
So that's the entrance.
Oh, so that's going inside the main courtyard, going into the main courtyard of the temple.
So we start by the east, south, west, north. We are standing now on the north side.
Very good.
And that's a temple. And that's a temple for Munishwara, the protecting.
Oh, nice. The temple for the protector. It's a good place to make a prayer. I notice many people make a little prayer there. We should all pray for protection for ourselves and for the world.
So they brought very important here. When they get the baby, they brought them after 30 days to this temple. And you see the man have a baby around here.
Yes.
So they make they broke the coconuts around to the Munishwarar. So he's going to protecting all the families and others. And also you can see the baby shave the head, you know. So that's offering to the family temples around in Madurai. So you see her, the baby, shave the hair.
Yes, that's very
that's the first hair they're going to offering to the temple. They don't give to the barber or something. So they pray to give a good healthiness my babies on long life. So I will give my baby hair on your temples. So they make the sacrifice like that.
Like a holy offering.
Like a holy offering.
Yeah.
And those are the flowers here.
Oh, this is where you get the puja supplies, where you can buy these beautiful wreaths and take them in, and the priest will put them on the Devi for you, and you can make your prayers and make an offering to Meenakshi, Shiva, Vishnu. They're all inside there. Very beautiful. Very nice.
So that's one of the famous flower here, jasmine flower for the women's. Keep always smells very, see there. So those are the very famous flowers here in Madurai.
They can
jasmine
see your
flower.
little videos. If you're on video, they can all see you, so you can give everyone a wave. She's making the jasmine wreaths that women can put in their hair. She also has some puja offerings there. Very nice. Very beautiful.
Those are very important flowers. And this is that's called Manoranjidam flowers here. And that's very important offering to the Meenakshi. And these flowers gives so these flowers stays the smells 1 week. Even dry, the smells is not away from there. Mano Ranjanam is the flower names. And a more important offering to the Meenakshi.
Thank you. It's lovely to meet her. Tell her we're happy that we got to meet her. And the jasmine is amazing too. I can almost smell it. So beautiful. Thank you.
Mani,
So, yes, sir.
what was the name of that? What was the name of the green flower?
The green flower, yeah?
Yeah.
Manoranjini.
How do you say?
Manoranjini.
Wow. I'm not familiar with that flower.
Manor.
Manoranjana. You ask her. Yes. Manoranjidam.
Wow.
This flower stays even 1 week. The smell stays always. Even if you dry also, the smell's not away from there. It stay there. So this is the one of the flower which is the Meenakshi keeping on top on his head.
You know, all of the deities have flowers that are associated with them and offerings that are associated with them. And so this is Meenakshi's special flower. Thank you.
Thank you, God. So now we're going to see on the way to the Vishnu temple. Then we are going to visiting to the rock temple of Muruga.
Okay.
One of the Shiva's sun temple. And there is also one of the முனீஸ்வரர் உள்ள இருப்பார்ல உள்ள திருப்பட்டத்துக்குள்ள அவர் பேர் என்னது உள்ள ஒருத்தர் இருக்காருல உள்ள கோரத்துக்குள்ள ஜீவசமாதி முனீஸ்வரர் என்ன முன்னாடி சொன்னீங்க அது மச்சமுனி. Yeah, we going to see the Machamuni also on the rock temple Sittar in a Murugan temple. Machamuni.
Very nice. Prema can tell us a lot about Machamuni.
Yeah. So we're going to see the
flower. Yeah. How to write it. A little complex for me. Yeah, so what Mani was saying was that we're gonna see the Jiva Samadhi for Machamuni Siddha, which I was writing on. Machamuni is how he's called in Tamil Nadu. In the north, he's called the Matsendranath or Matsyendrapada, who's considered to be the father of Yogini Kaula Tantra, and he has his famous disciple Gorakanath, who's also closely associated with Kaula Tantra. But both of them are renowned for their Rasa Siddha in the Rasa Vaidyas, or the alchemical masters who work with Parad, the purified mercury, and the Parpam, or the Basmas, purified metal medicines, for Kayakalpa, or the longevity practices of body rejuvenation. So Machamuni and Korakar are very well known for that, as well as the Soma, which includes the platinum group Basmas and the 108 sacred herbs, which is a legendary formula. There, she got it. S.J. Manoranjitam. Wow, great. Thank you so much, S.J. That's beautiful. That's the green flower, Jyotima, Manoranjitam. Something like that. All right.
So Mani and Venkatesh are making their way to a car. Oh, are they in the car now? Let me get them to unmute. Oops, Mani, can you unmute, please? Hold on, let me see if I have to reactivate your ability to unmute. There we go. Can you unmute, Mani? Can you push the unmute button?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Right.
So we're in the car. You're in the car now?
Yes, Jodhima. We are in the car now.
Okay. And you're heading to
Vishnu Temple.
the Vishnu Temple. Tell us about that Vishnu Temple.
We are going to one of the important Vishnu temples around the 20 kilometers outside, and that was over the river from this side. All those are people pray to the Shivas. Over the river from other side, they worship the Vishnu. So they're called the Vainakotrams. Sainam and Vainam, I think so. Because there is those are the Vishnu prayers. They have 3 lines go up and down, the symbols like this. And the Shivas, 3 lines go like that. So those are the Vishnu have the red and white and the color of the blue. So that's a Parvati brother. The Vishnu is Parvati brother. So he's coming once a year to the Madurai Meenakshi temples. They're called Chitri festival in April. One of the huge wedding of Meenakshi. So those are the people coming for 10 days from other side to the river. They're coming on this side to get the wedding of Meenakshi. So that's a Vishnu, why he built the temples in around 20 kilometers outside in the rock, because they had one stories on Vishnu. So what was story? It means why Vishnu built the temples from other sides, on the temples on the mountain sides. There was one guy was meditation such a long time, and he need important powers from the Shiva. So is keep the hand to somebody on the head, people will be killed by. So he asked the powers of like that. So such a long time, years and years, more than hundreds of years, he is sitting on a meditation. He's went under the mud. So then Vishnu comes and he says, what powers you need? Then he says, when I keep the hand to somebody's head, there has to be killing. So Vishnu didn't know he's our devotee, because he thought, when I get the powers, so I'm going to kill the Vishnu, then I get married to the Meenakshi. So Vishnu give the powers to that devotees, the meditation man. So then he tried to keep the hands to the Vishnu head, and Vishnu was way from there, outside to the 20 kilometer. The Vishnu temple was one of the real ones. So he went into the mountains. He couldn't come outside. Then she was seeing what's going on, what's happening like this. She was know this man's involved on women's. So Shiva get avatar, the decoration, he get a reincarnation, the woman avatar. So he was coming on the way to the nearby the sadhu, the man on the powerful man. So the man seen the woman and he's coming closer to the woman and he tried to touch her. Then she says, if you want to touch me, you have to keep clean on your body. So go on church somewhere, the water on there, get a shower and come back. So the man was searching around there. He couldn't find out the waters there. So they have some small tank in there. They had a very few water in there. So the man went there. He get the water by himself and he put on his hand on his head. So he killed by himself. So then she was getting a real pose and he says, you got a bad idea. So one of the Vishnu gave you the powers and you try to kill the Vishnu, getting to the marriage of Parvati. This was wrong ideas. Then Shiva went there to the Vishnu, says, don't give any kind of powers like that. Then Vishnu understand, I did a wrong powers to the wrong peoples. So that's the reason he went under the mountain. So that's what called Alagar Temple. From here 20 kilometers. But now we are coming to near bus station, other protecting Vishnu temples here. So we are going to see this one. You can see the Vishnu temples, Jodima, here.
Okay, let's see the Vishnu temple. Oh,
See the Vishnu temples.
so again, that's music that's coming from the temple.
Kodalagar Perumal.
So those are the Vishnu temples here.
Very nice.
One of the
Is that an old temple, Mani? Has it been there a while?
that's the old temple, Jodima. They have just two entrance, east and west. They don't have any other entrance.
I see. Can we maybe see inside the entrance a little bit?
Yes, Jodima.
Okay. Again, you see the puja stalls outside where these are all the special offerings that you would give to Vishnu for Vishnu puja.
So those are the entrances for Vishnu. You can see the flag pole
Yes, the flag.
when they're going to be start by the festivals or important ceremonies. First, they hang on the flowers on the flagpole. Then they make with the white silk dhotis all the way up. So everybody knows they're going to be started with the festivals. So that's a flag pole.
This is really, really special that we can see inside a little bit anyway.
That's it's not.
Tell us Mani, slow down. Oh, that's amazing.
Right.
Now, the temples used to all have live elephants, but they're sort of phasing that out now. But I see here they have a memory of the elephants that would normally be in the temple.
Because they lost one elephant here, so they just keep the memory of the elephants. It's
Yes,
very important elephants on this temple.
this is so amazing, the culture of the elephants in the temples. It's a very powerful tradition.
So that's the entrance to go into the main center of the Vishnu. And those are the stories around here to the Vishnus. And those are the avatars, Vishnus.
The 10 avatars, 9 avatars of Vishnu. He came in 9 different forms. You can raise the camera up a little bit, Mani, a little higher. And that's all. Very nice.
So we're going to see the Kopurams. On the main centum Kopurams, it's on the right side over here.
Okay.
We'll show you right now. So look at here.
So this is right over the top of the actual shrine. Everyone knows Vishnu is the prosperity provider, nurturer, sustainer. So you can quickly say a Vishnu mantra and get the blessing of this special place. I'll put a Vishnu mantra in the chat and you can say it. There it is for you. So you can say that mantra and think about Lord Vishnu and ask for your prosperity and ask for the whole of the world to be made more prosperous, especially the spiritual people. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha.
Mani,
Yes, sir, Brahma.
in which part of the temple is the shrine for the Machamuni Jiva Samadhi?
Yeah, that's a Murugan temple. From here, 8 kilometers. After the Vishnu temple, we are going to be there. I will show you the statue of the Machamuni into the Murugan temple.
Great. Thank you.
We are going to be in a few 20 minutes, maybe. We're going to be there.
Thank you.
So you can see the Kopurams here.
If anyone has a question, you can ask a question in the chat. We're going to get underway to the Murugan temple soon. This is a very old Vishnu temple. It's quite ancient. Mani, we have a question.
Yes, Jolima.
The main deity in the temple is Lord Vishnu. Is it one of his avatars or is it just Vishnu? Which is the deity?
This place is only Vishnu, Jolima.
Only Vishnu.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Is
a
it
temple to Lord
considered
Vishnu.
as Venkateshwara, or is it just Vishnu?
The people say it's Venkateshwara, Vishnu, Perumal. These have several names. Narayana.
Yeah.
These have several names. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can.
I wonder if Venkatesh wants to tell us a little something about the worship of Vishnu and the significance of the worship of Vishnu.
பெருமாளை பத்தி பெருமாளை சாமி கும்பிடுறது என்ன நல்லதுன்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
அதாவது சிவன் வந்து எல்லாத்தையும் படைச்சு இவர் கையில கொடுத்திருக்காரு காக்க சொல்லி. ஆமா, இவர் எல்லாத்தையும் காத்து வழி நடத்திக்கின்றார். ஆம், இவர் தான் மற்ற கிரகங்களுக்கு புறாமே எடுத்து சொல்றது. அவனுடைய வினைகளையும் புண்ணியங்களையும் கணக்கு பண்ணி இவர் தான் சொல்றது. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஆமா.
So the Venkatesh, what he says, Jodima, all protecting powers the Shiva give to the Vishnu. So he is maintains who to be blessing, who to be give the bad timings. So how the people, he is judging, like we say, deciding man. So the Vishnu is very important for all prayers, for all worships.
Okay, so Shiva gave him the power to be our protector.
All the rights to the Vishnu, all the powers and rights to the Vishnu.
Yeah, so Vishnu is very important to pray to for our daily support in every way.
Sure, Jolima. Sure, Jolima.
Thank you, Venkatesh.
And you can see,
Venkatesh,
you can see his vehicles here, one of the old ones.
Oh, nice.
வாசுகி பாம்பு.
Na Pambu?
வாசுகி.
The name of the Vasugi.
Snake.
Nagas. Vasugi. And you can see his other vehicle here. Horse.
போற வெள்ளை குதிரை.
He's riding on a white horse.
Yeah.
That when there is a ceremony, he get a different avatars. So they're sitting on the horse. Naga, the lion is here.
So these are all of his different vahanas, the different mounts that he rides on in all of his different forms.
சிம்ம வாகனம். அது அன்ன வாகனம்.
And there is Anna Vahanam.
The vahana that looks like Garuda.
Yeah. And there is a Hanuman.
There's Hanuman. Hanuman was an incarnation of Shiva.
No, Hanuman was built by to the sea bridge in Rameswaram. Rameswaram to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
He built by the stone bridge from Rameswaram to Sri Lanka. He's an important prayer for Vishnu.
Yes. When he was serving Rama, which was an incarnation of Vishnu. And he did build a bridge from the tip of southern India, Tamil Nadu, across all the way to Sri Lanka. And this has always been the story told in the Ramayana. But now they have proven it because they've actually been able to detect the stones that have sunken into the ocean where the bridge actually was. It's very nice. People do their pujas in the temple, and then they have time to meditate around in different places in the temple area. Usually after their worship, they would spend some time in meditation. There's more. Look how the ancient carvings on those stone pillars is so detailed. There's so many details in all the stonework in these temples.
And you can see over here all the stonework also.
Yes, all these pillars. Well, I feel we have definitely received the blessings of Lord Vishnu in our gathering in this special temple. Oh, nice. Very nice, Mani. Mani, we probably should get underway to the Murugan temple.
Yes, Jyotima, we are going in a few minutes, Jyotima. I'm going now. Yes, we are going to the now Thiruparankundram of Murugan Rock Temple. And possibility, if we enter inside to take some videos, or we can take some from outside, and we like to get the Machamuni figures in there. Siddha is there.
Would be such a blessing to have the darshan of Machamuni.
Yeah, we're going to get the closer the Machamuni statues. I think video we can see. It is possible we can enter inside, and I will get some nice video from there. So now we're going traveling from here to 8 kilometers to going to visiting to the Murugan, Thiruparankundram. We have a 6 protecting incarnation. The first protecting built by the Murugan temple that's in Madurai, where we are going to visiting now. Thiruparankundram.
Thiruparankundram is a very famous temple and very ancient. But this Vishnu temple is very beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. Well, let's see the ceiling, Mani. Show us the paintings on the ceiling. They have these in all the temples. It's so beautiful. Thanks, Mani.
காசு இருந்தா இந்த கோயில் வந்து தர்மம் கொடுக்கணும். நமச்சிவாய் ஏன்னா இந்த கோயிலுடைய தர்மமே அதான். சிவாய் சிவாய் சிவாய நம.
So now we are going to riding by car to the Thiruparankundram, to the Murugan temple.
Very nice.
And those are opposite the Vishnu temples. When there is a festivals, they keep the statues on here. They make the big pilgrimage and ceremonies.
Nice.
And there is a temple.
There's another small temple. We're hearing the music that we always hear at the temples.
And that's to keep the bad karma away, the demons. You can see the mask on there.
That's
That's
the
a mask.
guardians. Nice. We need those guardians. The guardians, you know, really represent the power of protection and the power of safety. We hear that a lot in India too. Very beautiful.
So we are going to be riding now to the Thiruparankundram.
Okay.
So it will take around 20 minutes, I think so, from here, because it's around 8 kilometers.
So you can show us out of some video through the window on the way, Mike. So
Yes, Jolima.
so we get a sense of what it's like to be in Madurai and the streets of Madurai. Nice. Is everyone enjoying this? Oh, I want to stay at the Hotel Lakshmi next time.
That's a bus station for the local Madurai trip. So now they're making smart city, so they make a lot of traffic, a lot of buses, different sides, stays, different directions. So people have to get the bus from here to go different sides.
The fruit market, yes.
Those are the topics
Oh
here.
yeah, that's what we want to see right there. This is a good view right there, Mani. It's like we're really there. Not too much traffic today.
Yeah, because of the Monday, so people are a little bit rushing to get to work.
What is something really beeping, Mani? Is that the car?
Yeah, it's a car, the indicators, it's getting right side.
Oh, I see. If you've never, this is a really good a little immersion in India. So I'm just going to put you on mute for a minute, Mani. Check in
Right,
with
Jyotima,
everybody.
right,
And then when you get
right.
closer, we'll get your sound back on. But the scene is great, and I really
Right.
appreciate the video. Keep the video going. So I just want to see how everybody's doing. If you want to say hello or check in, how are you enjoying the journey so far? I'll ask you to unmute, and you can make the choice if you want to or not.
Yeah, I want to say it's very nice, very enjoyable. I saw also the other pilgrimage in Thiruparankundram. This is very, very different. I enjoy this more. And I haven't been to Madurai, but to Thiruparankundram. So so I'm enjoying getting to know this and taking notes. So when I go next time, I know where I want to go. So thank you very much for providing this.
Oh, I'm really glad that you could be with us again.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. And your insights have been very helpful too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Madurai is quite different from Tiruvannamalai because it's, you know, it's much more lush and fertile jungles, and you know, it's you're heading up into the central mountains there. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm really glad you're with us tonight.
I would like to know how did you start this year with the pilgrimage? You were saying you met Mani there at the temple, and then you kind of discuss, okay, we want to do this together, or what happened?
I'll explain it. I'll put you on mute,
Okay.
and I'll talk about that a little bit. And I'm going to come back to you also, June. So in 2018, Prema and I both received separately in our meditations guidance from our Siddha Master, Sri Hari Baba, who is a Himalayan Siddha Master who I met in the border of India and Nepal years prior. And he asked us to organize a festival, a pilgrimage festival, the first ever Kumbh Mela to be held outside of India. So he, you know, pretty soon it became apparent over more meditation, more contemplation, that it would involve bringing the sadhus. You know, many gurus have come to the West, for usually not with great outcomes, but many have come to the West, and a sadhu is a very different thing from a guru. And we had the chance to talk to Venkatesh I believe in the Tiruvannamalai gathering. And he said that if someone asked him, do you have a guru? And he said, Shiva is the guru. Shiva is the only guru. Your direct divine state, the divine state that you can attain for yourself, that is your guru. And so essentially you are the guru. It's a Siddha way as well. And this is very different than the messages that have come to North America from India previously. In other times when the gurus would come, they were the guru, you follow them, they bring a program, they teach you things. The sadhus are more practitioners, and they're independent, and they don't have gurus and hierarchies like that. And so for them to make their first ever pilgrimage out of India to the West is a huge significance in terms of the kind of energy that it's bringing. Also, as I had mentioned previously, we've learned yoga, meditation. We know a bit about Tantra, Kundalini, and all these things now, but we don't have the tradition of yatra. Put your feet on the holy earth and walk from holy place to holy place in harmony with the matrix of the earth as a healing for yourself, as a worship for yourself, and as a healing and a worship for the planet. And that is a lot of what the pilgrimage is going to bring as well. So after we got over the shock of what we had been asked to do by our Siddha master, we began to take the steps one step at a time. Where did they want to go? And it turned out we're going to base it in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And there'll be several trips out, pilgrimages out to the holy sacred sites that are sacred to the Southwestern tribes. And they'll also, after that, take tour of some of the Hindu temples in the Southwest as well. The next step we took was go to India and meet the sadhus. And when we, since I had lived in India before, and I've lived in Madurai, and I know Tamil Nadu, and there's some places proximate to Madurai that I find really conducive to spiritual life and quiet up in the mountains and not so crowded as the big cities. So I want to make a beeline to that place right away. And I remembered also very powerfully the experiences that I have had in Madurai. So we were there, and we went for the first time down to the north gate of the Meenakshi Temple, which we just visited a few moments ago. And there we met a man directly across from the north gate who owns a statue shop. And we told him about why we're there in the pilgrimage, and he said, we'll help you. And he introduced us to Mani. And he said, Mani will be able to help you. He knows everything about pilgrimage. He takes yatra himself. And within the next day, they called us and said, we have some sadhus already, and come down and meet them. So we went down and we met the very first sadhus right there at the north gate. And one of them was Venkatesh. And the other man's name was Balasubramanian, and Mani was translating for us, and he just was sent by Sri Hari Baba. There's no doubt about it. He fulfills so many roles, and he plays such an important part in this epic movement of these holy people from their indigenous culture in Tamil Nadu to meet with the indigenous cultures of North America. And he's really a blessing in so many ways to us. So that's how we met him there. And then when he translated for me with the very first sadhu interview with Balasubramanian, I said, tell him, we're facilitating the first pilgrimage of the sadhus out of India to North America. And we want to know if they are interested to be a part of it. And he told him that. And Balasubramanian answered him in Tamil, and then Mani said to me that he had said, oh, yes, we already know about that, we're coming. So, when you're a practitioner and you tune in through prayer and meditation, it was just confirmation, that we're on the right track, that we really, truly we're doing what we're given, and that it was going to happen. And it all came together from there. So at this point we have 40 sadhus, but then of course we got the disruption from the pandemic, which impacted travel, which the sadhus were put in a very severe lockdown, and they're wanderers and they move from place to place. And so we did all this past year, since the lockdowns have happened, we have done fundraising to feed them, because if the temples were closed, and so they couldn't get the free food they usually get. And it was amazing how much support all of our festival followers gave to keep them going during the lockdown. Now they've only recently opened fully back up. And like Mani was saying, the north gate of the temple has been closed. It just now reopened. And yeah, so we started holding also these virtual gatherings so we can at least still be in the energy and have this kind of opportunity to meet with the sadhus and prepare, because they will come, they are coming, you know, things will change and get better, and they will make their pilgrimage. I have no doubt about that. So Venkatesh quickly became the sadhu leader because he's been a sadhu a long time. He understands the culture. He's a very sincere, devoted practitioner. He knows many, many things. He has a lot of wisdom, and he's really traveled with us all over Tamil Nadu, and you know, he very excited to make the pilgrimage. He said to, you know, Mount Kailash is considered the ultimate yatra, the ultimate pilgrimage for every Shivite to make the trip, to go to Kailash. And he's been there, and he's going again, you know, probably a few days after this gathering, he'll be on the road walking to Nepal and then to Kailash. And he saw a picture of some of the peaks in the Sangre de Cristos and the way the light can turn them golden when the sun is setting, which is the same thing that happens with Mount Kailash as well. And he said, I have put my foot on Mount Kailash, and I want to put my foot on that mountain as well. So they're very excited about the pilgrimage. And that's kind of how it happened. You know, it's Siddha masters deciding this energy needs to move east to west, and it has to be a different kind of energy than what we've experienced before. Now I see here we're in Mani's video, we're getting into some of the hills and the rock. So I'm going to go back to Mani, and I'll come back around to you again. I hope that answered your question. So Mani, you can unmute because I see that you're getting very close. Can you tell us about where you are? Can you unmute your sound, Mani? Working on it. There you go. We can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tell
us where you are.
I am right now to the Thiruparankundram, Jodhima.
Can you show us out the window and tell us about it?
Yeah, yeah. We are going to be nearby. We stop and we're going to by walk now. We are going to see the.
So the temple is up in that rock mountain.
Yes. So that's one of the Murugan temple, the Thiruparankundram, the rock temples. It has whole building, all the rock. There is nothing by stucco or including the copperums. We are going to different sites for the cars and so we're going to get down by walk to the Thiruparankundram way.
Very good. Must be the music again.
That is the wedding of drums. So that's a wedding. So that's how one with the Thiruparankundram Jodhima.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So you can see the backside behind all the rocks. It has carving by the rock. It took all the way into the main sanctum to the figures by the Buddha. And he have two wives, Valli, Devanai. So there was meat on here.
This is where Murugan married the goddess
அவர்
Devi.
வேண்டியதால
Yes, Jodhima.
பார்வதி வந்து இங்க தங்கிட்டாங்க. அதாவது சிவனும் பார்வதி எங்க போறது? ஆமா. முதல்ல அங்க போறதுக்கு முன்னால இவங்கள தரிசனம் பண்ணணும்.
So before we enter to the Murugan temple, first we have to pray to the Shiva and Meenakshi. Their temple is here. You can
Oh,
see over
nice.
here. That's a small temple. First worshipping the prayers of
Pray. First we
Shiva.
pray to the parents.
Yes, there is a Shiva statues on there.
Oh, nice. Shiva and Meenakshi.
Yes. And you see the Hardhanari, half of Parvati, half of Shiva.
Yes. Very nice.
And there is a Ganesh.
Oh, that's a very old carving.
That's a very old carving, and you can see all the ceilings are away down here.
Oh, beautiful. Then on the other side of the door is a Meenakshi.
Yes, Jodhima, that's the other side of the door.
Yes, let's see her because we didn't
You see the sitting.
see Meenakshi. Oh, yeah.
You see they're sitting on the bull, Meenakshi and Shiva.
Sitting on the bull, on Nandi.
Nandi.
So beautiful.
And there is a Meenakshi.
Goddess Meenakshi, always in green because of her emerald statue. She has a parrot also.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
always sharing nice things to the holy parrots.
She always has a green parrot.
And
Beautiful.
you can see also you can see the Vishnu,
Oh, yeah.
statue of the Vishnu.
Yes. Very nice.
He always have a shell and sunk.
Very nice.
And look at the Ganesha, standing Ganesha here.
Oh, beautiful. And the painting on the ceiling is so beautiful. So the significance of this temple for everyone is that here is where Lord Murugan, who's the son of Shiva and Parvati, got married to his divine consort, who is known as Kalyani.
So that's the main sentence for the Shiva.
This is Shiva sanctum.
So we're going to see now to the Thiruparankundram, to the Murugan temple, and we see the Machamuni statue also there.
Very good.
I think today is a lot of arranged marriage, so all the sides you can see the right and left, the wedding functions going on.
Oh, yes, Madurai is a very married town about marriage. Because you have Meenakshi marrying Shiva, and then you have Murugan marrying Goddess Devi.
These are all belong to the temple properties, Jolima. All wedding hall.
Oh.
So right and left, you can see they're all temple properties. So you can see the beautiful Murugan, Thiruparankundram.
We see it. We see it. This temple is belonging to God.
So those are flowers and coconuts they're offering to the Murugan.
Yeah, so beautiful flowers to offer to the deity in the for your puja.
Those are hanging on here. That's for offering to the babies. So when people they couldn't have a baby such a long time, they come and buy this one and sacrifice to the Murugan to have a babies.
Oh, I see the baby Murugan.
No, that's for offering.
Oh,
So
for
when
offering.
people,
So
yeah,
if
when
you pray
people,
to have a baby.
yeah, to have a baby.
Very nice.
And that is all the coconuts.
So if anyone knows anyone who wants to have a baby, this is a good place to make the prayer. And if anyone knows anyone who's looking for love, this is a good place to make the prayer. And Murugan is the Satguru of Siddha. So if you want to get liberation, you go to Murugan. He's the Guru of Shiva too. And he has the 7 special temples, and each one represents one of the 7 chakras. Murugan represents our fully attained God self. Oh, that's a good place to pray for that too.
So now we're going to enter into the Murugan temples. So as possibilities, we can also go into visiting to the Machamuni.
Machamuni.
So I'm just going to leave our shoes. Yes. So I'm just leave our shoes, then I'm going inside the temple. So that's a place for where they left the shoes. You can see
Right, this is where we
that's the
would
one of the chariot made out of the rosewood. So you can see that's the one with that's the one with the chariot with the rosewood
Oh, inside, I see.
inside the glasses.
They use these big chariots during the festivals that celebrate the marriage. And they put the two deities of the couple in the chariot and they pull it through the streets and they really massive chariot. That's a huge chariot. So we're going around to where Machamuni's was at.
So we are going to enter to the Murugan temple to see the Machamuni. I think so possible to have a video coverage in there.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring Prema in because he can tell us a little bit more about who Machamuni. Can you talk about that, Prema?
Machamuni, as I was saying earlier, also known as Matsendranath or Matsendrapada. There's different stories about where he originated. Some originated in Nepal, other people believe he originated somewhere in Odisha because there are many auspicious signs. And Machamuni was very influential in the Odisha area. And so yeah, in fact, I have this book. I'm going to show it. I have this book here, Kama in the Land of Kamakala. It's one of many books that I collect where I'm tracking information dealing with Machamuni or Matsendranath. Some people think that Matsendranath is very closely affiliated with the Matamayura lineage of Siddhas, which is the drunken peacock tradition of Siddha. And so this book talks about it. It's very rare to find information about that. But as we said before, Machamuni and his disciple Korakar or Gorakanath are very famous for their laboratory alchemy. So when they say that his Jiva Samadhi was here in this area of Thiruparankundram, they would have been working with the alchemical metal Kayakalpa. So when they talk about the different forms of Kayakalpa, there's like the Yoga Kayakalpa, which is done in consciousness to attain immortality. But Machamuni and Gorakar are very famous for working also with the laboratory alchemy towards immortality. So that's dealing with the purified mercury and the Navapashana especially. And Navapashana is very closely tied with Murugan. It's said that Murugan is the origin of the Navapashana formula, which is, one of the most sought after medicines, if you have never heard of it. It's said to be able to cure all 18 types of cancer. And it's an astrological talisman, which harmonizes all of the 9 planetary energies in consciousness and in your body. So it can be made as an oral medicine or worn as a talisman. And those siddhas like Machamuni are famous for being masters of that medicine tradition. Yeah.
So this is a Mahasamadhi place of one of the great immortal siddhas. And I'm gonna go back to Mani because we're going deep into the temple now. Mani, I'm giving you the unmute. If you want to go ahead and unmute your sound. I have been in this temple and it is overwhelmingly powerful inside. The vibrations are incredible. Everything is ancient. It's built literally into the holy mountain. Can you unmute, Mani? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you take.
So, you look at the door.
Yes, the doors.
Look at the door. So that's a model of the temples.
Right, you can see the mountain behind it, the rock behind it, and the inner shrine to Lord Murugan is actually in the rock.
That's a model of this temple.
That's very nice.
Machamuni. சிலை உள்ள இருக்குல்ல, Machamuni சிலை. Huh?
I think the Mani signal might be a little bit affected by going into the depths of the temple. Hi, Sabri. Mani's bandwidth is low because he's going deeper into the temple.
So now we are going to visiting to the tanks, the water tank.
Maybe the connection will be better.
Yeah. So now we're going to see the tank, water tank.
Oh, the water tank. Oh, the water tank. Venkatesh was telling me about the water tank.
Water tank. Look at here, monkeys around the temples. Hey, Sambi, Girl Sambi. And those are the schools where they study the Sanskrit to become as a Brahmins. Those are the people who has been Sanskrit Vedas. That's the schools. You
Oh,
see that?
yeah, yes.
They are studying about the Vedas.
A Vedic,
They're all Brahmins. Yes,
Vedic,
they're all Brahmins.
the training for the Brahmins. Very nice.
No problem. So they're all Brahmins studying Vedas.
Give them a wave, everyone.
Yes.
This is Vedic chanting that we're hearing. So we walk down to the tanks now. Oh, that was very special to get to hear the Brahmins chanting.
And those are the monkeys here.
There's the
And
monkey.
also for offering babies.
All right, don't miss the monkeys. You don't know for sure you're in India until you see the monkeys. So nice. Oh, look at the baby. Hmm.
And those are the explain about the history of to the new
Lovely.
he's teaching to the other Brahmin students
Yeah.
about the Murugan histories. So we're going to see the tanks.
Very nice, Nani. Very rare.
see the water tanks now. And there is a Ganesha temples. So that's a place where they make the purify on the tank.
Oh, the tank. So every temple has a tank, and you go and bathe in the tank before you go inside for purification. That's a very beautiful, very ancient.
So there is a
Now this story is what Venkatesh told me, that this water tank, Murugan holds.
no, that's a
Oh, that's the spring, the water tower, right?
yeah, that's the one here.
Okay. So Murugan has a weapon called a veil, which is just, you know, like a spear on a long rod. And up at the top of the rock, when he arrived there was seemingly no water. And he thrust his veil into the rock, and a spring came out, and they've been filling it up water tanks from that spring ever since. So, very nice.
So now we're going to the
Let's go see
now
Machamuni.
we're going to Machamuni. Yeah, we are going to be Machamuni temples. உள்ள போக முடியாதுல. So Machamuni க்கு போமா அப்பனால சில அங்க இருக்குதுல. So we're going to visiting now to the Machamuni statues, Jodhima.
Okay, very good.
Certain part we cannot enter. So I'm just taking half of the temple at the moment. So we're going to see the Machamuni. வா 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 தெரியுதுல வாங்க ஏய் கைய பிடிச்சு வாடா
Okay, let's hope for the best signal going inside.
So another 4 circles inside. So we can't enter from here to inside. So we can look around here. So I'm going to show you the statue of the Murugan.
Okay.
So there is a Vali Devare with the Murugan statues, and they're getting married in front of the Murugans around here.
Was the Murugan and Devyani marriage statue?
Yes, that's in the top over there.
Okay.
It's on the middle. I will show you from here.
I see them in
Yeah, you can see on the middle there.
yeah. Can you
They're
zoom
standing
in?
on the Brahmins on the middle.
A lot of people in the temple today.
So now we're going to see around to the Machamuni statues behind the mountains. So we are going out from the temples, Jodhima.
Okay, because
Going to
you're not getting very good signal inside the temple, but outside it's quite good.
Yeah, because they have a Jomar is there. They have a
Oh,
mission. Jammer. So it doesn't take, yeah.
They have a jammer because they
They had
don't
a
want us to be connecting, I see. Well, very great blessing that we got to be inside of that temple and that we also got to hear the priests chanting. Very special.
so you can see the stones over here.
So many carvings, so many thousands of carvings inside these temples.
Live.
I love that shot of the temple threshold because when you're actually in the temple, when you step over that threshold, you touch it with your hand and bring it to your heart because you just want to merge with the energy of the sacred threshold there. It really is one of the most magnificent temples that I've seen in all of India.
So that is the statue of the Shiva Lingams over there. So can you see there?
Oh, yes, I see. It's a shrine. Very nice.
So now we are going out to the temple. See the wedding.
Yeah, their signal's getting better. You see how they're touching the threshold when they go in. Wow, there's a lot of people at the temple today.
Today is a good time to get a wedding, the right time. So that's the reason people are getting married. So look at over here.
I'm going to let Prema take over for a moment.
Where are we right now?
So we are going to see around the backside of the mountain to see the Machamuni statues.
Wonderful. It was about 2 years ago now that I was there. 2 years ago, we visited Thiruparankundram, and we got the main darshan inside the sanctuary. It was very amazing.
So we're going to we are going to the pond.
Oh, I see.
Nice.
Manikandan,
Yes, Rema.
can can Venkatesh tell us anything about Machamuni? Any information?
Yeah, he's going to climbing up a little bit on the mountains. So he's going to show us
Oh, okay.
Machamuni statues.
Great.
So we have a little bit climbing up. So we're going to be in 5 minutes. We're going to be reaching there.
Oh, wonderful. That's great.
Are you all enjoying the sights and sounds of this incredible mountain?
அது எங்க இருக்கு சில
மலை ஏறி போனுங்க, மேலே ஏறி போனோம்.
மச்சமுனி விக்கணும் இல்லையா?
இல்ல கிடையாது.
அந்த என்ட்ரன்ஸ் பார்த்தா போதும்.
என்ட்ரன்ஸ் பார்த்தா போதும். படிக்கட்டு பார்த்தாலே போதும் நீங்க.
ஆமா.
ஆமா.
Mani, is Venkatesh want to tell us something about Machamuni?
Yes, வெங்கடேசாமி, நீங்க எதுவும் சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்களா மச்சமுனியை பத்தி?
அதாவது அவர் வந்து குழந்தை வரம் கொடுக்கறதுல ஒரு மகா புருஷர் அவரு.
குழந்தை வரமா?
ஆமா. சரி. அவருடைய விபூதியே ஒரு குழந்தை வரத்துக்குள்ள பெரும் வரமா அது. ஆமா. அப்பேற்பட்ட மகா சித்தர் அவரு. மகா சித்தர்கள்ல அவரு ஒருத்தர். அவர் 4வது சித்தரா கருதப்படுவார்.
There are 18 sitters. So the Machamuni also is one of the important, he says. And he is the like a divinity to bless for the babiness. So his divinity is very important.
So Machamuni is one of the 18 siddhas.
He make the Navapasana, the statue of Muruga. Also, Machamuni share is there. He also did help for the Navapasana of Murugan's statue of Palani.
Oh.
Navapasana. Yeah. Also, his important share in that built the statue of Navapasanas.
So there's a very famous statue of Lord Murugan at the Palani Temple that's made out of Navapashanam. And Venkatesh is saying that Machamuni, along with Siddha Boganath, made the Navapashanam for that murti, for that.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Go ahead, Prema.
Oh, I'm just so happy to hear that because I had only ever heard that Boganath was affiliated with making that Navapashana statue of Murugan at Palani.
I know. And he's saying Machamuni was a part of that as well. Very interesting. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more, what is Navapashanam exactly? Prabhu?
Yeah, well, I feel like this journey, that I learned that is like a golden nugget of information to take away, because no one ever says that. Even when we're in India, inquiring all over about these things, I never heard that. But the Navapashana is made from 9 poisonous metals. And then the poisonous metals are turned into medicine. They're made non-toxic through a purification process that uses 4,448 herbs. So those 4,448 herbs are processed with the metals. And, these are the traditional alchemical processes of Shodana, etc. So thank you. Meditate with Ayla.
Okay, thanks. Mani, we're going to get you to not be on mute anymore. Can you unmute your phone, Mani? Mani? Can you unmute your phone, Mani?
Did you hear me, Ma?
Yes.
Right. So that's the entrance of Machamuni temples.
Oh,
Up in the
So-
mountain.
oh wow.
It will take.
Oh, that's beautiful. But this is very special to get to be, going to the Mahasamadhi spot of a Siddha, a very powerful Siddha and famous Siddha master. Very nice.
So that's the way, all the way it go climbing up onto the mountains to Machamuni. So these are the entrances.
There's the
These are the
entrance.
steps all the way up.
Hmm. We're truly on a pilgrimage now.
So you can see, Jodima, how the steps going all the way up.
Yes. Oh, wow, they go all the way up. It's definitely a pilgrimage when you have to walk all the way up.
Oh wow.
So Machamuni, it's all the way up over there.
Wow.
Also, you can see top on the green symbols. They have a huge mosque is there. Also, the Muslim temple is top on there.
Yes, Mani is licensed by the state of Tamil Nadu to be a temple tour guide, and he's been doing it for many years, and he speaks 7 languages. And so he is a very good guide for a pilgrimage or tour of the temples of really anywhere in Tamil Nadu. He himself makes pilgrimage to many places, especially he's devoted to Lord Murugan. And so he often makes pilgrimages to the various Murugan temples.
And we can give you his contact for sure. When Mani goes on Pada Yatra, he walks from Madurai to Machamuni for a pilgrimage every year, which is amazing. I can't remember how many kilometers that is, but it takes several days.
It's a long walk. He goes on some pilgrimages that take days to, a few days to walk also. Oh my gosh, we're going up to the top, you guys. We're all going up to the top. Mani, can you show us the view over the side?
Yes, Jyoti.
It must be pretty high elevation. I so appreciate everybody being with us and staying with us for this incredible journey. Now, when you drive by this mountain, it's substantial. It's a bunch of rock.
So these are all belong to the Thiruparankundram rocks. So if we
Okay, can we see the view from the top down? Can you turn the camera a little bit
yes, Jyoti.
so we can see back toward the temple and back toward Madurai?
You can see the rocks from here.
Yes, it must be a very amazing view. There we go. Now we're seeing it. And what about the temple? Where is the temple? All the way behind you?
It is all the way behind me, Jyoti.
Okay. You can see that in the distance how high up in elevation you are. Thank you, Mani. That's amazing. Still, we haven't come to the top yet.
Shall I get the climbing up, Jyoti?
Yes,
To
please.
the top on
Please.
the
Let's
Machamuni?
yes,
Like to see?
yes, let's go see. Let's keep going up. And I think it's an
Right.
amazing way that we're ending this pilgrimage by climbing up to the place of the Siddha. And think how they built this so many centuries ago into sheer rock. Just incredible. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting up high there. That's so beautiful.
Sitting there, Venkatesh.
Yeah, it's Mani. Everyone is over here on the video is saying, thank you so much for taking us to the top. Really special, really amazing.
It will take, I think other maybe 600 steps over there. I'm staying on just.
That's a lot.
I'm just staying on a little spot of the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't went yet up because it's we have to walk on the way to other. I think 20 minutes. I think Venkatesh, he couldn't climbing up. He just comes slowly. So
Oh,
I will take him
Venkatesh,
with me.
he had to take a rest. I don't blame him. I would have had to take a rest long before there. Well, this is truly the essence of pilgrimage, you know, to climb a holy mountain and to be praying all the way and thinking of your intentions and thinking of the blessings you want to receive. And especially this looks to be such a beautiful place in nature with all the trees and green and the water there. Prema and I have actually climbed temple stairs that go up and up forever, seemingly, with Venkatesh and Mani. We've actually done it physically with them. And, you know, it certainly is an amazing experience to be there and be able to do it in person. But I'm so grateful that in the midst of all of us being isolated, we can actually go and see this amazing place. I wonder if we're having a little signal difficulty again. And I had thought, is Machamuni going to let us see him? Will he? We have to maybe put the vibe out to him to keep the signal strong and help us all make it to the goal to see the statue. Oh, it is not an easy path to walk. It's not easy to see a siddha. Can you hear us, Mani?
Yes, Jolima.
Okay, I was just checking in because I think your signal's a little slow there. We must be getting far away from civilization as well, which in India doesn't take much distance sometimes to get out of signal range.
See over there.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So beautiful. Amazing. We've done these long stairway climbs in pouring down rain too. Never forget that. It's much quieter, but we can still hear some chanting going on. Yeah, it's a work to build it. Uh-oh, did we lose Mani? No, he's still there.
Yeah, it's still getting up.
Yeah, that's just what amazes me is that they built this just on this rock mountain. What an incredible effort. But of course the Siddhas would have been hiking up there to get away, far away from people where they can meditate and do their practices. And, you know, they were known as famous healers and medicine people, and people would seek them out. So ultimately they would build the stairs, I'm sure. Everything is a meditation, Randy. That's so true. The pilgrimage itself is a meditation, the yatra, the walking from place to place. I feel like we've all been together in a deep meditation throughout this whole gathering tonight. Seems so close. Make sure you take a rest for Venkatesh, Mani. Well, Machamuni, let us have the signal to see him. We probably need to take a little break, Mani. Let Venkatesh take a break. I don't know if he can hear me. Can you hear me, Mani? Mani? Oh,
Yes, Jyotima.
oh, there you are. I was just saying, I hope you're taking,
I'm
hope
just
you're,
getting slowly up.
yeah, go slow. And
Yes, yes.
we're hoping Venkatesh is doing okay.
Venkatesh is sitting on the down. He's sitting on half of the steps.
Oh, okay. He sat down. I don't blame him. I would have sat down a long time ago too. At least for
I think I'm coming to end, I think.
I think you're coming to you're getting to the attainment. You're going to be a siddha by the time this is over, Mani.
Closer, I think. No problem, Jyotima.
Oh, this is such a great blessing that you're letting us go here with you, Mani. I'm so grateful.
I think I get a little bit closer.
I think you're getting,
இது என்ன அவ்வளவு இருக்கு?
yeah, take a moment.
Yes.
You know, there's more people in the temple than there are climbing the steps. It's not easy to be a siddha.
Yes.
Oh, look, you're almost there. Your bandwidth is low again. I think it's just that it's so remote. By the time you get up on top of that rock, you're so far away from everything. Wow. Oh yeah, he's far away. We're definitely far away now. Beautiful.
இன்னும் எவ்வளவு இருக்கீங்க?
Yes, it's a beautiful view.
600 படி. ஓ. நீங்க? ஆமா. It's altogether around 600 steps on the mountain.
Wow, it looks like a lot more.
Almost.
It looks like a lot more, Mani, but you're very close to the finish, I think. But the signal is not too strong. But we have to ask the Siddhas, we have to ask Machamuni, all of us in our mind power, ask him to strengthen the signal and help us attain the ultimate finish of our pilgrimage tonight. This is truly a trial, which a pilgrimage is usually always a little bit of a trial. Great effort. So we have to we're sending you our energy, Mani, and we're sending you the Siddha energy. I think the signal comes and goes a little bit. Are you still with us, Mani? Can you hear us? Can you hear me, Mani? I don't know if he lost signal. It was an epic climb, though. Oh, did we lose him all the way? I think we lost him. Okay, let's bring Prema back in. I can only say that I hope that Mani makes a video for us.
Yeah.
And it was an epic pilgrimage, I thought, especially ending, climbing this. In a way, that's a good ending, Do we ever reach the goal? Or we just go on climbing up eternally, We should let everybody chat a little bit and say goodnight because it's been a long night.
Mani came back here.
Oh, Mani came back.
Oh, good, yay.
So you all have the freedom to speak now if you want.
That was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm hoping the technology has been much improved. Thank you, because it's true. The first time that we tried to do this, equipment was just not up to it. And yeah, we ended up struggling a lot, but the technology is better, but this mountain is very remote and for good reason, you have to really be devoted and really be sincere. Mani, if you can hear me, you could go ahead and unmute. Mani, can you unmute your phone?
Yeah.
Is he there? Oh, there you are. We can't see your video, Mani.
Yes, Jyodima.
I think we lost video.
Yes, Jyodima.
Oh, here we go. We can see it now.
Yes.
Okay, where are you now, Mani?
Closer. Almost I'm coming closer.
Uh-oh. You gonna make it? I don't know if we can make it, Mani. Oh, his video's going, but it's not going. Oh, he's somewhere.
He just got up to where the statue is.
Oh, yeah. Mani, unmute. Here we go. Unmute, Mani. Now we can, so we can hear you. Yeah, you made it.
You heard me now?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
I will see the top on the place.
Very nice. Yeah, you made it to the top.
Yes.
That's stunning. That is so beautiful. It's amazing.
So I'm now waiting to the 5 steps to the Machamuni.
5 steps. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show the statue of Machamuni.
Yes, we're gonna be victorious. Praise be. That's it, Randy. Thank you for that. Made it. And we're all witnessing it.
Yeah, that's his temple is there. Machamuni.
Yes, we're almost there.
Yeah. The temple of Machamuni.
I see. It's well hidden.
Yes. That's a statue here.
I see it. It's
Look
beautiful.
at his temple, Jodhima.
I'm so grateful to you, Mani, for
Yes.
taking us up here.
No problem, Jodhima. That's a rock here. And that's the temple.
It is.
So that's the entrance where we enter now. Oh, you see there? And there is a Shiva.
Mm.
And you see there? That is Sundareshwara, Ganesha, Muruga.
Yes.
And that's all his place. And that's his place to enter.
There's Machamuni. There's not going to be.
Videos.
There he is.
So you can just see from here. You see that?
Yes, we see it, Mani. We're getting the darshan now.
And ஒரு மச்சமுனியை பார்க்க தான் வந்ததுதான் வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லை எவ்வளோ அது எவ்வளோ ஒன்று போதுமே. Do you see that, Machamuni?
Yes, we see him. We saw him. Oh, there's a City.
Machamuni. Kind of also.
Okay, we're disconnecting a little bit, Mani.
Machamuni, you see that?
No, we're not
That's
getting.
his place.
Oh,
up on
yeah.
the mountain.
Okay. Oh, we see it now. We can see it. This it's very much like a
Yeah.
cave.
It's a top on the mountain. So see the Masham, see his photos?
Yes, we see it.
You saw his photos?
Yes, we can see it. There's the great Siddha, everyone. He made it possible. Look, he's smiling at us too. Did you see that? He actually made him.
Machamuni. கீழே இருக்காரு. அங்கிருந்து பார்க்கலாம்.
கீழே பீடமா இருக்காரு மச்சமுனி. இது மேல பார்த்து பின்னாடி எல்லா இடத்துலயும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஆவட ஏதோ பாத்தீங்கன்னா
So he's in a place. The Shiva Lingam is there. Of Machamuni is on the bottom on the Shiva Lingam. Yes.
Oh, let's see.
They say you can't take the. இருக்கட்டும் சார் இருக்கட்டும். Of a place. Do you hear me, Ma?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
I could.
Yeah, they say you can just make a circle.
There they are. Say hello to.
So they are the Brahmins. They are the Brahmins.
Namaste.
Namaste. They are the Brahmins who
Nice.
have taken of the Shiva Lingam and the Machamuni is worshipping.
Nice. Very nice.
So from hey அமெரிக்கால இருந்து பாக்குறாங்க. அமெரிக்கால இருந்து. ஆமா. நான் தானே காசு கொண்டு வந்தேன். இல்ல ஒரு ஆள் வந்தாரு பாதியில உட்கார்ந்துட்டாரு. ஒருத்தர் வந்தாரு நடக்க முடியாம உட்கார்ந்தாரு. So they say you can do something for the monkeys and other things. I will have to money to the one of my driver.
Oh, okay. Mani, put the video.
He will come back.
Can you put the video on yourself, Mani, so we can see you? There he is.
Yes, Jadima.
Hey. Thank you. We're giving you so
Thank you, Jadima. Thank you.
I'm so happy that you led us
Thank you, Jadima. Thank you.
amazing journey today. It's so great, Mani.
No problem, Jadima. No problem. And thank you for Sri Hari Baba Yatra groups. And thanks a lot. And also thanks for waiting such a long time, I think so. So it was really too high mountain. So I passed around 600 steps. So that's why I take a little bit time. So otherwise I'll be reached a bit earlier. Because we was following to the Meenakshi Temple, Vishnu Temple, to the Murugan Temple on the top on the Machamuni.
Machamuni.
If it was just Machamuni, yeah. So it was a little bit, I think, late for you, Jadima.
Mani, you are amazing. And I know that the Siddhas are giving you a lot of blessings right now. And Sri Hari Baba is very much with you. And we're so grateful for everything you've given us tonight. And I want to let everybody have a chance to say something to you before we part, because we have 3 people who stayed with us through the whole experience, and I want all of you to have the chance to say something to Mani, so please jump in.
Yeah,
Thank you
Mani,
very much, Bonnie, for taking us
Thank
on
you.
the hike and through all the temples. Thank you so much.
Thank you
very
for
much.
waiting. Thank you for
Thank you
waiting
so
long time.
much.
It was
Thank
a
you,
great
ma'am.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very special. Mani, we love you so much. And we look forward to the next adventure we can have with you while we are all having to connect through Zoom. What a great blessing. What a tremendous opportunity for us to see these sacred places. And especially this last part, it was truly an epic pilgrimage. And, we're with you in spirit. I hope you can feel us with you and know that, our hearts are one with yours. And we're so grateful to you. And I know Prema wants to say something also.
Oh, I would only echo the same sentiments. Mani is a great brother to us. He helps us all the time with everything that we need help with. And he gives us a lot of love and a lot of good vibes. And we talk to him often. So he's our pilgrimage brother. And he's always feel connected to the spirit of pilgrimage, because we see him when he goes on pilgrimage, when he walks to Palani and other things like that. And he's with the sadhus out there at Saturagiri and all these other holy places. So there's not enough words to express how much happiness and gratitude we have for Mani. And I love him very much, and I'm very grateful. for him.
Especially for this special pilgrimage, Mani. It was just beautiful. I can't thank you enough. And please give our love to Venkatesh and Sabari. And
Thank you, man.
thank Sabari especially for coming with us on the yatra. And give Venkatesh our love and tell Venkatesh that we say to him, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Mahadev.
Om Namah Shivaya. I will tell him, Jodhima.
And
Okay.
we'll see you again soon on the next adventure, whatever it might be. We'll think of it. We'll think of what we want to do next.
Thank you, Jodhima. Thank you, Jodhima.
Many, many blessings, Divine Mother and Lord Shiva, to you and the family, Mani, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really
Thank you, Jodhima. Thank you very much.
a beautiful adventure.
Thank you, all of our groups.
Say good night, everyone.
Thank you, Jodhima. Thanks a lot.
Good
Night.
Bye.
Thank you.
I will tell. Bye. Good night. Good night, Jodhima.